How is that a first prize?
No,
I thought you were going to go to Neverland and meet Michael Jackson. Hello and welcome to 2 Pints with Will and Ralph seasonal series. What do you prefer?
I don't know.
Season. Oh, we're going American.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds like we're more professional.
It sounds like we're more global than we are.
We are global.
We're as local as
they love us in Canada.
Season 6, episode 6. Basically, I need to flag up that Dr. Dave is going to be back with us because we're thank you to Newman.com for their ongoing collaboration. Dr. Dave is going to come back with us to talk about a pretty sensitive subject, to talk about erectile dysfunction.
Right, what's that?
I feel like you know exactly what it is.
I ain't got a clue.
Oh, I feel like you.
Strong like bull.
I hope Dr. Dave has 3 hours to talk about it because I'm worried about you.
Right, yeah.
No, look, of course there's going to be... I think we should refrain from making any jokes about it. Because
well, listen...
As we're going to find out, like, it's a real thing.
No, I know.
We're all really... We've all had it at some point. Like,
many a true word said in jest.
Yeah, it's happened to every single one of us at some point.
Yeah.
It could be an indicator of something bigger. And it's also worth saying that, you know what... we end up talking a lot about men's health, and obviously erectile dysfunction is going to be quite a men's health thing. But Newman.com is not just about men's health; it's about everybody's health. Even though this particular subject is quite geared towards men. That said, I mean, if you're a woman and it's something that you want to feel like you want to discuss with your partner in a sort of safe space.
I thought you were going to say if you're a woman and you're struggling with your erection, get hold of Newman.
Hey, it's a very modern world.
It certainly is.
Okay, so you all right?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I feel like you've been a little bit... Since Dr. Dave came in and was like, you only have a couple of weeks to live, I feel like you've been a little bit...
Didn't say that.
It felt like he was saying that.
He didn't say that at all.
Okay.
I'm fine.
All right, cool. For those of you who are new to the pod, and this is like a first listen, me and Will just chat shit.
Well, hopefully we're not going to talk shit today.
Do you know what? I have had so many... Do you remember the ejaculating tortoise?
Mate, how can I forget it?
Okay.
Thing is, I've watched it back now and I can't get it out of my mind.
Okay.
They'll fuck anything, them tortoises.
I now, because of that clip that we put out on that podcast episode, I am now like Mr. Ejaculating Tortoise. The number of... Guys, thank you so much for all your engagement on my socials. But I do not need to see
loads of videos.
Any more tortoise cum in my life. I've seen more than any person. I've seen more than any vet, than any specialist tortoise vet. I don't need it. I don't want it. I appreciate the effort, but I'm done.
I realised, because I sent you one. I was going through my phone and I don't know why an ejaculating tortoise came up on my phone. I think it's because phones are always listening. We were talking about it, and I sent you one. And then I realised it wasn't even having sex with another tortoise. It was having sex with a bike helmet or a croc.
Right. This clip. This is the one that you sent me. And listen to the noise.
He's having the best time.
He's having the time of his life.
Oh, yeah. With an inanimate object.
With an inanimate object.
Could you imagine how good that is?
Do you know what my first thought was? Where can I buy one of them bike helmets? if that's what he's doing for you.
What I'm saying is they are winning tortoises because they can just go and fuck anything and have the time of its life. Enjoying itself.
I tell you what, no erectile dysfunction problems there.
Not a problem.
He doesn't need to visit Newman.com, I'll tell you that.
Newtortoise.com. Thing is as well, it's like a bit of a car crash where you're looking at it and you're going, and then I realised I was looking at it for minutes. Like I kept looking at it.
And then rewatching it.
No, but because
it's a challenging wank, though, isn't it?
And then I was looking at it just seeing how it was making that noise, and it was a real close-up. That was its vocal box was doing a weird thing. Yeah. But I want to know is the people that have filmed it. They've gone, it's shagging the helmet again. Get your camera.
Quick. Don't stop it. Get the camera.
Get the mic. Let's get a close-up.
Listen, that tortoise was getting his kicks where he's not harming anybody. Apart from the bike helmet.
Bike helmet's got a different look on its face.
The bike helmet's just like that. I feel dirty.
Put me in the skip.
So yeah, guys, I really, really appreciate the engagement, but I don't need to see any more ejaculating tortoises if that's all right with you.
He wants to see donkey ejaculate now, just to
No,
compare.
he doesn't. He doesn't. No, somebody will take that seriously. So I'm going to be flooded. My inbox is going to be literally flooded.
You said just a minute ago, we talk shit. No, we don't.
We talk cheers.
We're talking. Come on.
Oh, God. Right. Okay. I have a couple of things to bring to you.
Yeah, good.
Just things that I've seen online or whatever.
Okay.
I actually saw Dara O'Brien, who we've had as a guest on our podcast, talking with Hannah Fry, and they were asking each other, Dr. Hannah Fry, who's a physicist, I believe. Very, very, very clever woman. Very interesting. I follow her. She talks about like cool like equations and stuff. You'd love it.
My God.
They did some quick fire questions to each other,
Right.
and I thought I'll just rob that.
Oh, good.
So
We've been known to do that before.
So I'm robbing their content.
When you come and see our tour, you'll realise we do a lot of robbing.
Immediately. Having failed to think of my own content, with apologies to Dr. Hannah Fry and Dara O'Brien, I'm stealing their shit.
Thank you.
So their first one, they said they did an episode on memories. And the question is, would you rather see somebody else's most boring memory or accidentally share your most embarrassing one?
It's like a would you rather.
It is. It's exactly a would you
Oh,
rather.
right, yeah.
Would you rather? It's not. It begins with the phrase "would you rather."
Oh, right, yeah.
Right.
I don't know what the question was again. It was complicated. I switch off when I
feel
start
like it wasn't
listening
that
to
complicated. Would you rather see somebody else's most boring memory or accidentally share your most embarrassing one?
Oh.
I feel I have very clear ideas.
Well,
on
go
that.
on. What are you going to say?
I would rather hear somebody else's most
Of
boring
course,
one.
yeah.
I don't want anybody inside my head. Thank you very much.
Right.
There's things I'm trying to forget.
That's true. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. I mean, why would I want you to see my most embarrassing memory?
Yeah.
Because if it's that embarrassing, then, and I haven't told you, that means I don't want you to know.
Yeah.
Because I tell you everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like? I'm like catchphrase. I say what I see.
Put it this way.
And what I think.
If there's any memory you have that you haven't shared with me, I don't want to know it. Because I know everything.
Exactly.
And keep that shit to yourself.
Exactly.
All right, then. Next question that they asked each other. Would you rather be able to detect lies or invent extremely believable ones?
Detect lies, I think. I don't like dishonest people. I think I can detect lies. I think I can read people. Do you? Do you know when you just know when someone's a bullshitter? You can just tell. I can tell with you because your mouth moves.
I'm just thinking about you looking in a mirror.
No, but
I'm a bullshitter.
But do you know what I mean? I mean, I understand people exaggerate on stories to make their story sound more interesting. We were talking about this the other day, weren't we? How you hear things that have been said about you or me, and you listen to it back and you go, "That didn't happen."
Absolutely,
They've
not
exaggerated
even-
that.
not
They
even
might
close to what
they might
happened.
have met you once, and you've had a brief conversation at a bar
Yeah.
whilst getting a beer or something.
Yeah.
And the next time you speak to somebody, "Oh, that bloke met you. Apparently, you went back to his house for the party, and you end up shagging his missus." And I was like, "I'm
That
sorry,
literally never
no,
happened.
never happened.
Never happened.
But yeah,
Well, we talked about it, didn't we? It happened
Yeah.
to us in that restaurant, that Mexican restaurant in Glasgow.
Exactly.
It's like, that's not what happened at all.
people like to exaggerate. I don't think that's lying. I think it's an exaggeration to try and make their story
Well,
better.
it is also true that there's no. This is a little philosophical.
Yeah.
But I read this point, and there's no such thing as objective reality. You're looking at me. Homer Simpson started playing.
There's a monkey in my head playing
cymbals.
cymbals.
Yeah.
Well, I thought there's more to this than what you're
There's
saying.
no such thing as objective reality, right? So what you perceive to be reality and what I perceive to be, what you perceive to be reality is only what you have observed and what your brain has processed it to be.
Right.
So you might sit here thinking, for whatever reason, I might have blinked a certain way. You might be thinking, why is Ralph hating me right now? Why does he think I'm a dick? You know?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking, oh, this is an interesting question.
I
And the
understand
two
that.
realities do not match
Yes,
at all.
that makes sense.
And the same even goes for like truth, unless something's like absolutely verifiable, unarguable truth. But that's even it's a whole sort of philosophical discussion. I think for me, and I think everybody can say this to a point, I'd rather be able to detect lies, and I do think I can pretty well as well.
Yeah.
And also, and this is to be able to invent extremely believable ones. Part of me is a bit like,
Then you're just a
why?
bullshitter.
Yeah, why? What for? And I'm a bit like, every person tells lies, big or little, throughout their life, and whether it's little white lies or whatever whatever your self-image is. But like, over the years, I'm like, that was bullshit what I said then. That's just fucking nonsense.
I did it at school once.
Yeah. Oh, really? Just make shit up. Like,
No,
like your man out of The Inbetweeners.
No, I don't know why I did it. Because I told a little lie and then it spiraled.
And then it grew and spiraled.
You're not going to believe.
God, please tell me what lie you told.
Right. There was, I was a massive Michael Jackson fan. I had posters. My sister had posters, and I had them on my wall. Anyway, and at weddings and stuff, and I learned a few moves. And if it was a party or something, I'd get my Michael Jackson moves out, and I'd do the move. I'd do all that shit. Anyway, when I was young.
After you finish this story, I want to see them immediately on
No,
this
it's
show.
not. Listen.
No, that's happening.
Hey, it involves knees. My knees are not great anymore. The little knee shimmy that he does, my leg would just fall off. But my knees are useless. But I so I used to do that a lot, and I was at school, and obviously, if it was, we had like a school disco or something, I'd be pulling my Michael Jackson moves out. You're talking 14 years old, around that. Anyway, I told people that I'd won a competition to be a Michael Jackson impersonator, right? Right. No,
what competition is this?
Well, there was.
How is that a first prize?
No,
I thought you were going to go to Neverland and meet Michael Jackson. But what you were was to be an impersonator.
No. So basically, I'd been in a competition and won it, and they were flying me to America to perform, right?
For Michael Jackson.
Right, no, to be the number one and then get all that. So, but it started off, I'm good at, I won a competition. Oh, did you? Yeah, I won a competition. What did you win? And then, so then I had to start, and you're
just like, this is spiraling out of control. Hopefully, if I just stop, no one will remember.
Not only that, I had to tell people I was going to America. And then I said to my mum, because we didn't have mobile phones then. The phone rang, and I was like, giving this, I'm not here. I was supposed to be in America. And my mate Anthony, she went, I'll get him for you, Anthony. I'm going, he's not here. I'm in America, Mum. Mum, I'm in America. And she went,
what? Sorry, Anthony's in America.
Apparently he's in America, Anthony.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I just don't know why. And even now he said, why did you say that? I said, I don't know. It was just one of them things of, I was trying to impress people or impress girls, or whatever it was, but it just spiraled, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
And I got found out. Obviously, it was quite embarrassing.
I just feel like, listen. I mean, I've told lies to myself. I've told lies to other people. I've told just stuff, right? And I'm just like, I've come to an age, and I'm like, I feel like honesty is. I was about to say honesty is always better. That is exactly where I am right now in my life. As I sit here, I just feel like honesty is always easier, always. But I will also say this. I think a lot of people go, well, I'm just being honest. That's just my opinion. It's like, honesty without tact is cruelty.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking hell, you look fat today.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. It's like, well, that's a different thing. Yeah. But like in terms
what about
of...
when you, like my missus says to me about dresses, going out on a night out, I am honest. Because otherwise, don't ask my opinion. Do you like this? No, I don't think it looks right with them shoes.
Okay, well, further to that.
And I don't like her falling out with me.
No.
And she doesn't now, but she used to go, all right, when I say honest, I don't mean brutally honest. Yeah. It's like, well don't ask me opinion then.
Don't ask me, because here's the problem I've always had with particularly with one ex of mine. She's like, okay, what do you think of this dress? And I'm like, babe, I don't care.
That's worse.
I don't care.
That's worse.
No, but I don't care. Because she's like, do you think this looks nice, or do you think I should wear it? And I'm like, babe, honestly, I find you so fucking beautiful in your tracksuit and your comfies with your hair tied up. I don't care. Whatever you feel good in and you feel sexy and happy in is delightful for me. It doesn't matter to me what you wear. That never fucking goes down well.
No.
You would think that that's the loveliest thing you could say to anyone.
Because you're not helping her.
I don't.
Because they're dressing.
She fucking managed to dress herself for fucking years before she met me.
But she wants you to like it, and I think that's the key.
But I do. I like all of it.
Yeah,
that
doesn't work.
No, I know it doesn't work. And then I'd be like, babe, put your tracksuit on.
I don't care.
No,
doesn't go down well.
Put your tracksuit on. Put your tracksuit on. Tie your hair up. Wear no makeup. And I will be so... the idea of walking out with you will delight me. Well, that's not helpful. Then don't ask me.
Yeah, it's tough. Before we move on from this, there was a guy that he was a bit older than me at the pub he used to go in, and they used to call him self-inflicted. Yeah, self-inflicted. And I was like, what? And he used to lie that much. He'd pretend he'd been in fights. and he'd go out and punch walls and punch
So that
himself.
he could say,
And he'd say, "Should I fight? I beat him up, and he did this and did that." And then someone sort of caught him doing it. Self-inflicted.
and now he's referred to as self-inflicted.
Yeah, so he used to go around because he used to try and impress people that he could fight. That he'd go and punch himself in the face and punch walls and go, "Look, I've just had a right fight over there, but I knocked 3 of them out." And there was just that, and then someone realised he was talking absolute bollocks. So self-inflicted just came to me.
There's a very, I mean, it's not for me because I don't know, but I'd love to be a psychologist and go, where does that come from? What are you looking for so much that not only are you prepared to try and get like approval or status or think that that's cool,
trying to impress people,
but you'll actually hurt yourself in the process of
wake
doing
up,
it.
can't come to work, I kicked the shit out of myself last
and
night.
also literally everyone going, no one actually cares. I mean, just, you don't have to beat people up.
No, I know. I think he lost 2 of them fights. I know.
Yeah, I got beat up this time.
I got bastard.
Okay, another question. Still thanks to Dara O'Brien and Dr. Hannah Fry. Would you rather be irresistible to mosquitoes
Right, I hate them bastards.
or magnetic to spoons?
Oh no.
Can I also just say that because Dr. Hannah Fry and Dara O'Brien are considerably more mature than we are, these are actually by the standards, because we play this game, Would You Rather, in our tour, on stage. And Will always comes up with one, and it's always disgusting because he's a vile human being.
Well.
And then our audience comes up with them, and they're always disgusting because apparently our audience are vile human beings too, and that's why we love them. But because Dara and Dr. Fry are considerably more mature than we are, these are quite tame by our standards, but they are interesting. So, would you rather be irresistible to mosquitoes or magnetic to spoons?
Because I live in England, right, and you know, when I'm abroad, mosquitoes, I don't kill insects, I don't kill anything.
I kick the shit out of mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes can fuck off.
Yeah.
They have one purpose.
And wasps, mosquitoes and wasps.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Because they have no purpose. They don't. All they do is what do they do?
Fly around and sting you.
Exactly. And not only that, worse than that, them little bastards drink your blood.
Yeah.
Now get off me.
Yeah.
If they were big, right, they'd be assassinated, every single one of them. But because they're tiny, you don't see them, you forget about them.
Do you know that it's only the females that bite you?
No.
It's only the females that bite you because...
But they don't bite you, they drink your blood, right?
They drink your blood because they are using the blood to feed their eggs.
I feel a bit sorry for them now. They're just feeding the babies.
Oh, you see, to me, I find that like really quite queasy and
vile.
gross.
So they're feeding... Hey, their
the way-
babies, if they drink my blood while I'm abroad, their babies are pissed.
But,
Because if I'm abroad...
because and not only pissed, but they know that there's a lot of effort gone into it because you've had to go... Una cerveza, por favore, please.
Dos cerveza, por favore. So they've got pissed babies.
I am going to do this, by the way, because I feel like I want to do this every time. I've just said that as a fact, and I'm realising I'm only saying that because I heard somebody once say it to me. We should check. I'm going to fact check that because I hate saying facts that aren't facts.
I bet Dara O'Brien would know that fact.
Oh, Dr. Fry and Dara would 100% know it, but I'm going to have to Google it.
Well, the answer to your question is I'd be magnetic to spoons.
Would you?
Because I'm like a child. I would stick spoons all over me. I would.
Okay, but you can't turn it on and off. It's not like a superpower. So every time you walk through a kitchen, they're like, sting! What are you talking about?
No, they're in the drawer.
Right, okay.
There'd be no spoons left on the
So you
sides
can't go
of
in
my
any
house.
restaurant. You can't go in anywhere.
Imagine,
the only time it would be useful is if your missus was like, babe, will you load the dishwasher? And you're like, you do the dishes, I'll take care of the spoons. Sting! Right, ping. They're taking them, peeling them off.
It would get annoying.
Yeah.
It would get annoying. Only just because, I think for a while it'd be fun and then it would drive you insane.
Yeah. There's also what
There'd
level...
be wooden spoons everywhere in my house.
Yeah, exactly. What level of magnetism as well? Because if it's just like they just give a little shimmer when you walk into a room,
That'd be quite cool.
But if they're all flying towards you like bullets, then that's no good to anyone.
Yeah, no, and also you'd save it, wouldn't you? You go on your first date and you'd make sure you'd say to the waiter, can you bring her a coffee, but no spoon? And then, what for? Just leave it to me. Let's go, do you want a spoon with that, love? And I go, ding, ding.
Like that,
Cat's
right?
got to go, there you go.
And 20 years later, she'd be going, do you know what first attracted me to him? He did this amazing trick. It's like, oh, right. And then what happened? It's like, it happened every fucking time we walked anywhere. And it's been the bane of my life.
He walks around with 17 spoons stuck to his face. We call him Metal Man now. And his name's Mickey.
Right, okay. Welcome to 2 Pints with Will and Ralph, Series 6, Episode 6. Welcome back. You good?
I'm all right, yeah.
Yeah, good. As part of our collaboration with Newman, Dr. Dave pops in once in a while to talk to us about various men's health things. Health things, but for us, men's health things, and get a grip on our health. So you'll be very pleased to hear this. I think this is going to be really good for you.
Why are you touching me?
I just like it.
Right.
This might help, actually.
Oh, good.
What we're going to be talking about today, Dr. Dave?
We're going to be talking about erections.
Wow.
Erections.
Oh, keep stroking me, Ralph.
I
It's
am
working.
doing. Is it hurt you?
Thank you.
Where do you want me
I've
to
got no
stroke?
problem. Mine's working fine.
Oh, it is as well. Was that because of the stroke?
So I want to talk about how important erections are for men our age.
Yeah.
I think that erections, I wouldn't call them a window to your soul, but they're a really good window to our health. And I think we should all be waking up with morning erections.
Right, so hang on.
Just a small window.
Hang on. So we're talking about erectile dysfunction, right? And if you have it, the problems that can cause, or what that might mean. But also, if you wake up and you've got morning glory, does that mean you're all good?
It's a really good indicator of good health. So it's not the be-all and end-all, but if you are waking up with an erection in the morning, it's a really good sign that
Mine gets up
things
before
are
me
going well.
sometimes. It gets up and it's having a look around the room. I'm still asleep. I don't know what it wants.
It's got down, made some toast, put the coffee on, come back to bed.
I wake up and it's already having breakfast. But the worst thing about it is, before we go on to you, doctor, is when you try to go for a pee, it's impossible.
Impossible.
You're not peeing in your own face.
Yeah, and when it does happen, how many jets? 2 jets.
And women go, have you peed on the seat? You say, you're lucky it's not on the ceiling, love. This was up before me. It's in the plants. It's everywhere.
I'll tell you something that did occur to me, by the way. This is just funny that, do you remember when Pele did a load of he did a huge thing about erectile dysfunction, and it was a bit like, we were a lot younger then, but it was a bit like, oh, Pele, what are you playing at? We're like, nah, in for a penny. But that's a good thing, because one, men's health is a more talked about thing, and two, we are not Pele.
No, we're not.
You
you would have thought he'd have done something about his balls, because that's what he used to play with a lot, didn't he? You think, but he did with your balls.
It's always about balls.
No, it's football.
Yes,
that's what I'm talking about.
They're dangly. Yes, they're long. We'll get to it. Dave's here. Okay.
I'm interested to see what you've got to say, because I know exactly how I would feel if I had issues down there.
Absolutely. And I think the morning erections is something that we might not be so aware of it. We remember it from when we were younger, but when it sort of goes away, a lot of guys don't even recall that they've gone, because they're not erections that you want, right? So you kind of just go, oh. So I often asking guys, one of the first questions I ask them is like, when did you last wake up with an erection? And if the answer is this morning, that's a great answer. It's a really good sign that their hormonal health is good.
That's me.
That
this
they've
morning.
got good stuff. Wake up with an erection this morning, Ralph? Do you remember?
Can't remember the last time.
No,
for real.
Well,
I thought it was just a thing that's like, to be fair, if I'm on my own, which I am a great deal, my nighttime routine doesn't just include cleaning my teeth. It's,
That's why. His one's knackered.
Yeah.
He's been up all night working.
Yeah, if anything, it's just trying not to tread on the tissues on the floor.
Leave it.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe if you're a husk, if you're an empty husk.
well,
like when you've drained a coconut. So like that. If it's like that, then does that have any
possibly a little bit, but
Good,
ultimately, we've done the blood test for you guys, and we've seen the results. We know you've both got good hormonal health, so your testosterone levels are okay, and we know that the rest of the tests were all pretty good. So what we're looking at with people who are struggling to get erections in the morning, partly their hormones, partly their testosterone, but we're also talking about could there be a problem with the blood supply? So we often talk about erectile dysfunction as being the canary in the coal mine for heart disease and other disease.
Wow, right.
Because you have these little vessels, little blood vessels that supply the penis and supply the blood to give you an erection. And if those are getting blocked up and you're not getting erections, then a few years later, the slightly bigger blood vessels supplying your heart, those are the ones that then start going, and that's when people start getting things like heart disease. So that's why we call it the canary in the coal mine. It's just an indicator that maybe something else is going on.
Okay, so really, this is what we've always spoke about. Men are never going to really go to their friends and go, hey, do you have problems getting a boner?
Or even
when's the last time you woke up with an hard-on?
Yeah, this morning, I woke up with a rager. How about you? It's not a conversation we tend to have.
But this is the whole point of having you here and being, obviously, us being partners with Newman.com, is that we want to start these conversations and also to look at yourself and go, maybe I should get checked here, because like you just said then, it could be an underlying issue for more serious thing.
Yeah, 100%. And I remember you speaking in an earlier episode. A lot of guys get a bit of performance anxiety when they're younger.
Yeah.
And so we have it in our heads, perhaps if we're struggling with erections, that is what the issue is. It's stress. But actually, I think probably 90% of guys who are getting erection issues later in life, it's not so much about performance anxiety, and it's more likely to be there's an underlying issue causing the problem, and that's what we want to look into.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you say later in life, like what sort of?
So I mean, it's different for different guys,
Like when
but
you push
probably
50?
40s and 50s. That's when erectile dysfunction could be a real sign that there's something else going on potentially.
What would be the next step then? Say if you're listening to this and you go, yeah, do you know what? It just hearing that, I don't know the last time I woke up with an erection. Or, do you know what? I do have a few problems down there.
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you do?
There's a couple of things. So partly the blood tests, partly having a little bit of a think about your global health. So, smoking, terrible for your blood vessels.
Right.
Could well be potentially the cause. So there's lots of things that
Alcohol?
we'll be looking at. Alcohol a little bit as well. Yeah, we've talked about that.
Everyone's talked about that when you get your brewer's droop. You must have heard of that phrase. When people have had too much to drink and then got home and gone, hey, I love, and then it's like playing snooker with a bit of rope. That's brewer's droop. So that is obviously if you had too much to drink that night. But if you drink constantly too much, that can have a long-term effect.
Long-term, exactly. So as we've said before, it's really important to be thinking about diet, exercise, smoking, alcohol, stress, all of those things all kind of combine together. But the blood test is particularly looking for things like diabetes, looking for high cholesterol, looking for signs you might have the beginnings of cardiovascular disease.
Yeah, so as much as we can sort of, you don't get an erection, it could be a signifier of something globally a great deal more important.
Exactly. And then the other big thing, as we've talked about, is testosterone. So low testosterone levels, it's probably one of the most important things. If I could only ask one question to guys to try and find out if they've got low testosterone, it would be, do you get a morning erection? And if they don't, particularly if that's accompanied by low libido, I'm thinking, low testosterone could definitely be the problem here.
What other side effects or other factors are there to having low testosterone other than just, erection?
So there's the erection and libido issues, but there's also general low energy, lack of concentration, lack of motivation, just fatigue. A lot of the guys I see just say they feel fatigued. And obviously there's so many different possible causes of that. But low testosterone is one of them. But especially if it's combined with a lack of morning erections, a lack of libido, that's definitely a possible sign that you should get your testosterone tested.
And Newman.com have a way of writing this, don't they? It's not like, oh no, I've got low testosterone.
There's treatments available.
There's treatments available.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are tablets to treat erections as and when they become a problem. The little blue pill that we're all aware of, medication you can buy over the counter and get through Newman, which can help with that. But as I say, the way that we are different is that we want to make sure we're not just painting over the cracks, that we're actually thinking about, is there an underlying problem here? If it's low testosterone, we can treat that. If it's a problem with your global health, then we can look into that too.
Great. And the good thing about this podcast is we offer a discount, Ralph, for people.
We do offer a discount. You can head to newman.com/2pints. That's NUMAN.com/2pints for 60% off clinically proven ED treatment. Would that be, I know we talked about the little blue pill that we all know, the diamond-shaped blue pill, but what's the generic sildenafil?
Sildenafil, and there's a slightly newer version called tadalafil.
There you go. So you can get 60% off clinically proven ED treatment with a free blood test that could help uncover the cause. So visit newman.com/2pints now and use the code 2pints60 for your discount. That's TWOPINTS 60. That is for erectile dysfunction in adult men. Sildenafil 50mg film-coated tablets. Always read the label. Complete home blood test kit subscription subject to availability. T's and C's apply.
Yeah, and the key to all this is don't suffer in silence. If you think you've got an issue, have a blood test.
We can joke about it as much as you want, but of course, these things are stressful. Of course, we don't talk about them. Of course, they can cause so much stress aside from the more global issues, health-wise and everything. Don't just sit and worry about it. Have a think about it. You've got somewhere to go. You've got something to do.
Yeah. Thank you for coming in, Dr. Dave.
Thank you.
Always was a pleasure to see you. Thanks very much.
You got any bad news for Will? Or
Not
Hey,
today.
listen, last time I saw him, I'm not drank for 2 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I went to Oasis on Saturday. I had to have a beer there. But then...
So hold on. So what do you mean? What do you mean he's not
it's
drank?
it's now. I haven't drank for 2 days. So I haven't drank the day before yesterday. I didn't drink yesterday.
Oh.
And I'm having a week off. And then I'm going to try and keep it to weekends.
I'm just signalling to the producer to see if we can get you a medal.
Hey,
Can we get
piss
you a
off.
medal? 2
No,
days.
I'm just saying I've took on his advice and I'm doing something about it. There's no point in listening to a doctor and going, I'm going to ignore him.
The day after his advice, you went and got absolutely bollocks to Oasis.
No, I didn't. It wasn't the day after. It was 2 days after. But I had to have some. I can't go to Oasis and everyone's having a drink and go, I'm going to have a little mineral water. I had to get involved, but then I've made a conscious effort. Don't drink. Try not to drink at home. Try and cut it down. Listen, you've got to make
Dr.
changes.
Dave.
No, it's fantastic.
2
Thank you.
days
Great.
and counting.
No, it's great. And
It's either one day or day one.
Right.
Day one was 2 days ago, so I've started.
good.
Thank
Great
you very
stuff.
much.
Well done, mate.
And I
Glad
feel
for
like
you.
shit. No,
I don't sleep.
my mind's talking to me all the time at night. No, I'm joking. Thanks for coming in,
We'll see
Dr.
you
Dave.
next
See you guys.
Thanks,
Cheers.
mate.
Bye.
Right, there you go. That was, Dr. Dave. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. And it sort of brings me to, do you remember we talked about dick pics and what the etiquette was?
Yes.
And how
People don't send ball pics.
people don't send ball pics. And also it's like, I think I said like, never sent one because it's a bit like, first of all, and I think I said this at the time, lads, make sure you get asked first. No, but aside from the fact that it's a criminal offence to send it to somebody without being asked first,
I've heard that
I feel
that's-
like get asked.
I've heard that
That's a thing.
dating sites.
Yeah.
That if you are on one of them dating sites, is it Tinder? I've never been on any of them.
Me neither.
But
Apart from Raya, where I'm just for friends.
well,
Remember that one?
Yeah, but I've heard girls. I went on there. I just get sent dick pic after dick pic after dick pic.
Wait, you do?
No, that's
Oh,
what girls
oh.
like. My wife's friends who are now single will be going. Well, I've tried going on dating platforms. I just get sent loads of dick pics.
I'm
What,
also
what do you think the response is going to be?
I'm a heterosexual male, right? And so obviously my sexual preferences make me biased about this. But they're not good looking objects, are they? They're not. You'll be like, speak for yourself.
Well,
Mine's
no,
great. But I just like, they're not the best looking.
No.
They're not. And especially out of context. I don't know. Anyway, we've had Rick has emailed in based on
Has he sent a dick pic?
well, I just thought
Is it Rick?
I just thought off the back of Dr. Dave's chat about ED, it sort of moves nicely into
Okay.
this. Yeah, Rick has emailed in and here's a picture of his dick. No, Rick has emailed in and before, etiquette, technique, balls look strange. Don't ever send anything unsolicited, not least because it's a criminal offence, but fucking grow up. Rick has said this.
Helicopter it first.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean grow up like that.
All right.
Talking about dick pics the other week, you gave me PTSD. I remember years ago when I was a lot younger, I was talking to a girl in the early days of online dating. We got to the stage of sharing a couple of pics. She sent me a couple and I was like, okay, my turn. Different angles, balls in it, balls out of it. Gave it a little tug for self-esteem, he said. And I settled. It's so anxiety-inducing this evening. I settled on taking one in sepia just because it was more forgiving than full colour.
What?
Sepia, it's a filter.
No, I know what I know, but I've never
it's not
thought of
STD.
I never thought-
Chlamydia, sepia. He's not like, I wish it was a bit more sepia. It just drips coming out of it.
Weird.
So anyway, it was more forgiving than full colour. So off the pic went, and I'm guessing she liked it by the pic I got back. Anyway, a few weeks go by, we stopped talking for whatever reason. I meet up with a few friends in town on a Saturday for some drinks, about 10 of us there. Proper lads' night out. We sat in a pub next to the window and there was a bang on the window. To my surprise, it was the girl I'd been talking to with her mates, and one of them started to get her phone out, opened up the gallery and put to the glass the picture of my manhood.
Wow.
But what I forgot to mention was it had been a full body selfie. With me stark bollock naked, stood on my bedroom, not even in a pose, but like I was in a police lineup. Oh. Me there in sepia with my knob now slapped on the window of a town centre pub for all to see. I was horrified, but I rolled with it. One thing is the little tugging gave me a little bit of dignity. I found out that my workmates had got hold of the pic, and a picture got put up on the staff room. You say never have regrets, but well, to be fair, I never did it again. Live and learn, yeah. It did, to be honest, give me a little confidence. I mean, I could have hidden away for years, but I owned it and it went away after a few months. If I let it bother me, it would still haunt me today. Now, I think there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
About 4 inches worth. No, I think there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, you won't. Well, I'm thinking how long are his arms? Because how's he took a full body pic himself? Have you ever tried to do that? Was he stood in front of a mirror? Did he set up a tripod? He's thought about it. Did that not enter your head?
No.
Big Mr. Tickle Arms.
No, Will, because I'm not 49 and I know that a phone can be set to take a timed photograph for
I suppose.
Right? Or a mirror shot or whatever.
Yeah, right, yeah.
No, I was actually going to get quite serious there for a second.
Okay, go on then.
Well, it's a very personal thing to send that. And I'm not going to lie to you. Over the years, I have been sent not a dick pic. I have been sent pictures by women consensually, and there has never been one circumstance, or never will be any circumstance, where I would show those or that to a single other person. Not even privately. Never mind send it anywhere. I wouldn't show it to another person because it's actually an incredibly intimate gesture of trust.
But that's you, though.
No, I know, but I'm just making this point that I think Rick here has written in, and he's gone, isn't this, I could have let it bother me, but I styled it out and whatever, and that's really good for him. But I think that's a really fucking difficult thing to live. It's a huge betrayal of trust.
Massive.
It's a massive thing to do to send somebody out, and I would never do it. And
that's why you don't send them. If you send them, expect someone to see it.
Yeah.
Because you can't think that everyone's going to have a mindset like yours and go, do you know, I want to protect their dignity, and this is not nice if I share this. There's lots of people out there that can't wait to go, look at that pic I got sent last night.
Aside from the fact, by the way, that is illegal.
But yeah,
it's illegal to show somebody else that for a start. But I
people
don't know.
do.
Look, maybe I'm getting a little bit over serious, and maybe people are thinking, "Oh, calm down" or whatever. But personally, I think that's a massive fucking betrayal of trust, and I think anybody who does it or is thinking about doing it should really have a think.
Don't send one, especially young people.
Yeah.
They go because it can come back and bite you on the ass. I've said to my kids, don't ever send a picture that you don't want people to see.
That said, the upshot of this conversation is any ladies listening now know they're very safe with me.
Well, we've got a question. We've got a questions and answer page. Feel free. Send us what you want. We won't show anyone.
No. Stick it on my socials. It's absolutely fine.
We've got a big screen on the stage on tour. We won't show it on there either. Where's this lady?
That's so dark. Just accidentally creeped in. Are you in here, love?
There
you are.
I didn't recognise you with your gear on.
Do you remember who was it? Who was it who got a tattoo of our signatures on her tits?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what she's called now.
There's someone else who said they wanted to come and have a tattoo live on stage.
Oh, we should do
of
that.
Us. Yeah, well, these people who've got a tattoo.
I feel really bad because
I've got my signature signed someone's arm outside the backstage when we did our tour, and they came back the next one and they tattooed it on over my signature. They have my signature tattooed.
The same, but my signature's on the top of a boot.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I feel bad because she's going to be listening now, and I can't remember. It was one.
Yeah,
of the
lovely, but it's weird to know that we're tattooed on someone's body for life.
It's incredibly flattering.
Oh, it is.
It's
yeah,
just a bit like, I never asked you to do that, right?
No,
she's like,
yeah.
no. I was like, okay, cool.
I'm sure she'll be there this tour. We can't wait to see her.
Yeah, exactly. We have some listener questions as well, and we are going to we dedicate a swift half to that because I think that's a good thing that we do.
Yeah.
But we've got loads of them,
so we might as well get through a couple.
We might as well get through a couple of them before we do the listeners' questions. You remember I said I'm getting a lot of tortoise ejaculate stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it occurred to me. I'm just going to read you a couple of comments that have been. I've told you I've getting loads of videos.
Can we not move on from tortoise ejaculate?
Apparently not.
Right.
Apparently not. Right. So Kirky said, "Cheers for that, lads. Just about to tuck into my Muller corner. I think I might put it back in the fridge." Right.
Oh, you dirty bastard! I've got an image now.
I want him to send a video of him eating it, going while he's fucking a bike helmet. San Lank says, Yes, thanks, lads. I was eating my lunch, scrambled eggs. Should know by now, shouldn't I? On the tortoise theme, comedian Steve Martin told us all at a recent improv show that he was told to... comedian Stevie Martin.
Right.
That's not Steve Martin. Comedian Stevie Martin told us all at a recent improv show that she was told to use a vibrator on her constipated tortoise, and apparently it worked.
I'm sorry.
I assume it worked.
No, there's animal cruelty.
Well, I assume...
Just give it a helmet or a shoe.
No,
They'll do anything to anything.
I think there's some questions I have. Is
I think you meant on its shell, not on its balls.
Well, are we saying the tortoise is constipated as in it needs a shit? Are we saying the tortoise is constipated as in its balls are massive? Are we saying that you use it on its shell? Are you saying you shove it up its bum? I have questions.
Come on. But it can't have a big ring piece, a tortoise.
It depends how big the vibrator is.
I've got an image. I don't want an image.
I
don't want it in my head.
I can literally see your head going, pictures, ADHD pictures, can't get it out of my head.
That's too much.
Right, okay, well, there you go. And Kieran says, hi, lads, just listen to today's episode of What Will William Tell. I never thought I'd write this, but I might have the perfect video of a tortoise having some quality time. Don't worry, I'm not some weirdo turtle voyeur. Yeah. I just happened to visit a tortoise sanctuary in June this year while on holiday in Zanzibar. Anyway, if it's of any help to you, I'll send the video over. Thanks for the laughs on the years, both on the TV and the podcast. Keep up the good work, Kieran. I appreciate it so much. But
No
I have
more
seen,
tortoise
I have
shagging.
seen
We don't
this
need
shit
it.
more than I ever thought I would,
No.
needed to, or ever want to again. But thank you for the offer.
This
Right.
all came from when I did a...
What will William tell?
It was about the fact of, they said they got the noise from the velociraptors on Jurassic Park from the noise of a tortoise having sex. Yeah. That's where it came from. It wasn't us just going, hey, what does tortoise shagging look like? We weren't being perverts.
It's not like, hey, Will, I'll tell you what would be fun. I hope everyone sends me videos of this.
I know. Every week we'll do a different animal,
shall
we?
They not only got the velociraptor noise, but they also got, that's how they did the special effect, the massive waterfall right at the end.
It's too much.
It's too much. Where's it all coming from? How is a tortoise producing 7 times what I can on a good day?
Don't.
Jesus Christ. Right, okay. Lukey has written in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not highbrow, this podcast, is it? Sometimes we flirt with a little bit of highbrowness, but this is what Lukey wants to know. What's the most... oh, fucking hell. What's the most embarrassing fart you've ever done or witnessed? I went to a deaf funeral once.
Sorry?
I mean, I'm reading that right. It can't be a dead funeral, can it? Because that's every funeral. I went to a deaf funeral once, and whilst in the church, everyone was just farting freely, no holds barred.
You're joking.
Because no one could hear it.
But they can fucking smell it.
Like one of those sound effects keyboards you had as a kid. Someone at the back would fart, then fart to the left, and fart to the right. It was fucking incredible. That's what Luke has written and said. Can you imagine not being deaf and being at that funeral?
Well, do you know what I think has happened there? One place you don't want to fart is a funeral, but if you can't hear it, you let it out. Because there's always a place where you go and you think, not now. Do you know when you've got one and you have to hold it in and hold it in? I think a funeral is a place like that. It's not good for the atmosphere, right? When the vicar's saying something nice, you don't want to farting. But if you're all deaf, you can just let them out. But surely it must have fucking stunk.
I once crop dusted my girlfriend and her mum at Disney World.
How?
It was masterful.
On purpose?
Well, semi on purpose. I don't quite know how to explain that. Semi on purpose. Right, okay.
You're laughing because it's true.
Okay, so, right. They were walking through, after you come out of a ride, and there's like a gift shop, right?
Yeah.
So the gift shop was really busy. And so walking through the gift shop, they were walking really slowly. And I hate walking slowly. And I'm always alert going, there's a little shortcut.
Yeah, I'm the same, yeah.
Right. So they're walking really slowly. This is so ridiculous. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but I am. So I've sort of skirted off and I've got ahead and I'm like, great. And then I'm like, I need to dip back into the queue and then dip back out again to go around the next thing. And as I did, I was like, oh, I'll probably let this one go. It's going to be fine. And I dipped right in front of my girlfriend and her mum. And it happened. And then as it happened, when it's a really hot one, when it burns a little bit on the way out,
yeah.
right? And I was like, oh dear, that's going to be a bad one. So I very quickly dipped back out of the queue, and apparently it just sat there. You know when it's got weight, and it just sat there. And as I left, it's sort of like leaving the crime scene, all I could hear was a load of Americans going, "Oh my God, oh my God, what is that? Oh my God!" And my girlfriend and I'm going, "Oh my God!" And my girlfriend, I peer over my shoulder and I can sort of see her looking at me, just going, "That's your brand, and that is one of yours." And the trouble is, I could not stop laughing, as I didn't mean to. So it was like it was an accident, but also I was kind of delighted by it.
We said this on talking about the deaf people. I said this on our show. Will and Ralph shouldn't have. We were talking about it in the car, and I was saying, people who don't find farts funny, I don't understand that because because you asked me, "Have you ever done stuff in the show?"
Are you dead?
Hey, come on, farts are there to be funny, and I said, farts smell so deaf people can appreciate them.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember I said that?
So deaf people can appreciate them.
So that church must have fucking stunk. Because if you're deaf,
also,
your sense of smell gets heightened.
Jesus Christ.
They can smell a gnat's fart from a mile away.
Maybe it's so heightened, they're just like, "Oh, that reminds me, I fancy a roast dinner later."
Oh, no.
We'll finish with just a nice little... Well, first of all,
Yeah.
I looked it up, Googled it.
What?
I was right. It's only female mosquitoes that bite you, and it is because they can feed their eggs.
Yeah, fuck mosquitoes. I don't like them at all.
No. Did I tell you? I think I did say this, but I don't... After my second year in the Caribbean, didn't get bitten anymore. It just stopped. Except it didn't stop. Of course, they're still biting me, but my body stopped reacting. I obviously just developed whatever histamine response.
They got used to your flavour and went, it's just some regular old crackers.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, it's like mosquitoes have been married to me for 20 years.
Before we wrap up, I've got one question I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Because because
I was going to wrap up with just quite a gentle listener question, but we'll save those for a swift half.
Okay.
You go. And
just because, do you know when people say to you, it occurred to me, I want to talk about it today. Do you want to say, "I'm going on holiday next week, anywhere nice?" I've never gone. No, I'm going to a right shithole.
Yeah, exactly.
Saving up all year.
What a strange question.
Every time. Anywhere nice.
Anywhere nice. No, I spent ages researching the biggest shithole I could, and that's where I wanted to spend
What I thought I'd do is
my
I'm
money.
going to go to a war zone with the kids, and I'm just going to walk around the streets and see what happens.
But some people do that.
Fuck off.
Seriously, some people do that.
War correspondents. You don't go there on holiday.
No, it's a real thing.
Well,
and
'cause it's cheap.
It's called... Oh, there was a guy a couple of years ago. He was quite Louis Theroux-like, but he wasn't Louis Theroux. And he was on Netflix, and it was something traveller, like Dark Traveller, Dark Voyager, something like that. And he went on holiday. He was fascinated by going on holiday or travelling to dark, difficult, weird places to experience it.
Well,
Chernobyl being a very good example.
Oh my God!
Literally went on holiday to Chernobyl, and you can go to Chernobyl. And
isn't not a chance of you getting radiation still?
I mean, I guess obviously.
I understand. I understand from a historic point of view that we're going to
dark tourism. That's what it's called. Dark tourism. It's a real thing.
Dark tourism.
Dark tourism, and the show was called Dark Tourist.
Right. Okay. So next time they ask me when I say I'm going on holiday, they say anywhere nice.
You could go.
No, I'm going to Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch them go. Oh,
yeah.
That's the end of that conversation.
I can't wait. You're like, I don't know what. You might come back with a tan.
Yes, it's a permanent one. Actually, I'm glowing like the Ready Break man. Walking around glowing at night. No, I wanted to actually ask you, best and worst places you've been on holiday. And the reason I'll start because I wanted to mention mosquitoes, right?
Yeah.
This was the worst place I went. I was filming a series, and I had to go to Uruguay, South America. And in the series, one of us got nice accommodation and the other one got rubbish, shit accommodation. I got the shit accommodation.
Right.
And I had to stay in this.
Like when we went to South Africa.
Yes. Well, no, they were both nice. You just give me the worst one. You give me the room with a bat and a fucking frog in it that I stood on in the night. Yeah, horrible. There was
a bat in my room. There was a bat. I couldn't sleep. There was a bat in my room.
Before I continue,
all day.
Could you imagine going to bed? Good night. Right, they're all in this hotel. My hotel room is down the lane by the lake. It's the honeymoon suite, but it's on a safari. So it's like we're out in the middle of nowhere, in this room by myself, by this lake. The door opens up. I've got this 4-poster bed with a net over it. And when I walk in, put my stuff on the bed, and a bat flies past my head. Now, you tell me that you'd have a good night's sleep.
Do you remember?
It was fucking hell. I had to look for this, and I thought, I can't. What am I going to do? Catch
Do you
it?
remember you came in the morning? It was a bat in my room. You were furious, and I was like, "Well, mate, it was the honeymoon suite. Like, what? Come on,
who goes there?
And you went to me. Oh right. So were you just in like a normal room? And I was like, no, I was in the presidential suite.
Exactly.
There was no bats.
No, because you was in the hotel. And the worst thing for that is, as well, I put all the nets around me because I thought at least it can't get to me. And I got out in the night and stood on a frog. Now, a frog between your toes, barefooted. Do you know what? It had bulgy eyes. It did afterwards.
Did the frog not survive?
No, it survived.
Did it?
Yeah, because my feet, it went between my toes and then jumped.
I love frogs, but that is a lot.
Mate, it was horrible. So anyway, on that, I was in Uruguay and we're talking about the mosquito thing, and I had to stay in this concrete shack, basically. The shower was basically, well, it was a shower and a toilet where it was a hole in the floor where your feet go either side, so you do a crouch poo. That was it. And this little tap thing in the roof. And the room was just a bed with a net over it.
Yeah.
Concrete in the middle of a field, right? I went to bed and I had to have several drinks to get to sleep because my brain was kicking off going, this is definitely haunted. But worse than that, something's getting me in the night and dragging me out by my feet, right? Because it was a door that was just open.
What did you think was going to drag you out by your feet? Like a monster, a werewolf?
We're in Uruguay. Who knows what they have there?
I'll tell you what they don't have there.
What?
Werewolves or monsters.
Well, some sort of big bear.
Yeah, okay. They might have wildlife.
Right.
That's a different thing.
Either way.
Okay.
So I woke up the next morning. I had 32 bites from insects on my feet and ankles.
It makes me...
It was like a dot to dot.
It makes me very happy to
Could
know
you imagine?
that you counted them.
No, the next day.
Specifically
Do you know why I did that?
counted them.
Do you know why I did that? Because I wasn't staying there another night. And I thought, if you could see...
I need to tell people there's 32 bites.
The producer came, how was your sleep? And how did I sleep? Well, have a look at this. And I took them off. And honestly, it was like rash. A bite, and I counted them and I went, you think I'm going to spend another night in there? And they went, okay, we'll find you somewhere to stay. So that is where my hatred of mosquitoes came from. Okay. And that is probably the worst place I've stayed.
What about the best?
Oh, the best. That's a tough one. Most beautiful was the Maldives for my honeymoon, but it was boring.
Yeah, but the Maldives isn't for you. Like when I was,
and I was young then. When my head was a lot
Maldives,
faster.
I was scuba diving, on boats, snorkeling. So it's not for you all that.
There was about 25 people on this whole island, and it was dead. And it was people, old men with young women who have obviously got a lot of money. And I was just sat there.
Hey, don't knock it.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I know I was like bastard. but it just it was beautiful, but not for me. You know what I mean? I can't sit there on a beach all day and go, in this nice for 7 days.
I agree, but I think that.
But it was beautiful.
I think that like the Maldives is amazing if you get the most out of it if you love the ocean.
I'd be better now.
Yeah, if you love the ocean.
I was 23.
Being out on the
24.
ocean and being in the ocean. Yeah, I get that. If you're young, you're like, well, that's a bit
I was 27, sorry. Yeah, but I
I
was young and I had a lot more energy then.
Yeah.
Now I could easily sit and just go,
just
leave me here.
Yeah.
Leave me on this hammock.
Yeah, you could read the first few lines of a book several times.
Yeah, but no, one line.
And then just give it up.
I read the title and put it
You could
down.
take your book on ADHD and read that. Or just read the first line and throw it away.
Viz. That was the book I used to read. Have you got anyone? Anyone before we wrap up? Best and worst holiday or best and worst place?
Interestingly, I have at times in my life felt like Paris is my least favourite city and my favourite city.
Really? Yeah, I didn't like Paris at all. Too much traffic.
Florence is beautiful for city breaks. The Maldives is beautiful. Costa Rica is my favourite country in the world.
Really?
It's stunning.
Well,
Costa
there
Rica.
you go.
It's not easy to get to, but it's worth it. And I mean, I should be on the Costa Rica. I should do adverts for Costa Rica. They should be paying me to do their like publicity and for tourism because. Okay, so here's my Costa Rica pitch for you, and anyone who's listening, right? Not easy to get to, but for a start, it's beautiful. Naturally, the most beautiful place you've ever seen. Rainforest, everything gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. A lot of the reason for that is that 50 odd years ago, they have the best green policy in the world. They stopped all hunting and just plowed a load of money and resources into the rainforest and preserving the rainforest. So their wildlife is unreal, right? They also said 50 odd years ago or something, they scrapped their army. They said, let's just not bother. And people were like, well, why? And they were like, because our own army's only small anyway. If we get invaded, we're going to get invaded. Why don't we just take all of that money and instead of doing that, let's plow it into healthcare, education, all that. So it's a really well-run country in a lot of respects. Every time the UN releases which is the happiest country in the world, Costa Rica's kind of in and around there. It's just glorious. It's not a wealthy country, and and do you know why a lot of people are happy? It's not because they're all doing well and their like GDP's high or anything. It's because there's not a lot of wealth disparity. There's not a lot of people who've got loads of money and a load of people who are struggling. Everybody's kind of like, yeah, none of us generally have.
Is it beautiful though?
Stunning, the most beautiful country you've ever been to.
Right. Has it got Linekers?
Oh yeah, no. There's a walkabout bar.
It's got an Irish bar.
There's loads of Irish bars.
I'm going.
Oh look, you can get egg and chips at the Red Lion.
Perfect. That's what I want.
You might
Only fools and horses on the bar.
You might get a bat in your room though and tread on a floor. And I did go on a night walk, and the guide was like, "Oh, look at that little hole there," and I was like, "Oh yeah." He said, "Yeah, just go and peer inside it." I peered inside it, and he went, "That's a tarantula's hole." I went, "Ah!" And then just as I moved away, these legs went like that.
Oh, get
Came
off!
out. I was like, "Grr." So there's a bit of that. Costa Rica, stunning country, beautiful.
Worst place, quickly before we go. It's hard, isn't it? Because I like going anywhere, even if it's shit. You have a good time. Like Glastonbury when it flooded was shit, but it was good.
I love France. I think it's a fabulous country, but it's not the worst place I've ever been to per se. But it's sort of that answer is that it astonishes me that it was not that long ago, very much within our lifetimes, and probably still some places in France. It's a civilized country, and yet well within our lifetimes, many of the toilets in France were 2 steps and a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys.
Yeah.
Invent a sit-down flush. You're a modern fucking country.
Yeah.
Now,
it's a difficult
you go to
one.
France and it's like that. But like, it wasn't that long ago.
I had that in Albania. I was in Albania and there was a few toilets like that.
Yeah. So
squat shit.
That would be the worst place I have been to. So, right. All right. That's it for us today. Quick reminder, we are going on tour. Full details at 2pintspodcast.co.uk. You ready?
I'm ready.
You know you're
Where are we going on tour?
You know your line.
I know my line. I've got it.
We are going to Birmingham, York, Colchester, Liverpool, Wolverhampton, Stockton, Glasgow, Bath, Manchester, Reading, London, Halifax, Sheffield, Nottingham, Stoke, and
Wales. Llandudno! I got it!
You've got one line!
Llandudno!
Reminder, thank you to Dr. Dave for coming in and our ongoing collaboration with Newman.com. You can head to newman.com/2pints, TWOPINTS, spelled out in full, and you can get 60% off clinically proven ED treatment and a free blood test, which is very important because it's not just about the treatment, but it can help you uncover what might be the underlying causes of it. So visit newman.com, NUMAN.com/2pints, and use the code 2pints60, TWOPINTS, and then a 6 and a 0, and you get your 60% discount. That is for erectile dysfunction in adult men. Sildenafil 50mg film-coated tablets. Always read the label. Complete home blood test kit subscription subject to availability. T's and C's apply. As always, thank you. We're going to do these in a swift half, but thank you to Rick for writing in and everybody who has our listener questions. We'd always love to hear from you. Questions, topics we can chat about, random stuff. Get in touch on our socials. I'm not even going to read this janky fucking email. It's so stupid. Why have we got 8 emails for our podcast? We need to sort this out, Sharky. This is nonsense.
Too many emails.
Well, this one is 2, the number, and then pintswithwillandralph @gmail.com. Bollocks. Just send in on the socials or whatever.
Send in whenever you can.
To
You'll get to us.
We need to
no more turtle ejaculates
Please
clips. No more.
I don't want to see any more coming turtles. I'm done. Thank you. But thank you. Follow us on our socials, and a reminder, you can watch the full episode on YouTube. Drops on a Monday with the podcast itself. What Will William Tell is a midweek pick-me-up, available from Wednesday. And get ready for the weekend with Friday's Swift Half. Thanks to Dr. Dave. Thanks to Mr. Will Mellor.
Yes, thank you, Ralph.
We'll see you for the next one.
And I'll see you on tour.